You know, I used to hang out down at Jack's Pool Hall. Go down there, you don't do nothing at all. Have you ever heard of a guy called Philly Joe Jones? He was a famous bebop drummer, yeah. Well, I used to go in places and I would tell them that my name was Joe Jones, and they would laugh and chuckle and say, "Oh, Philly Joe Jones." And I would say, "No, I'm Chicago Joe Jones." But I never used it as an actual moniker until I got to Atlanta and thought it might be a good name for a blues man, you know. Let's go see back to the sea, right? Must be raining. Oh. Teaching and playing live, of course, are two different things, although they help and complement each other. You could make a C6 like so. One of the things that I tell my students is that if you play the guitar and you don't play for somebody, you're like a visual artist that paints pictures and never shows them to anybody. I began to invite one or two of my students to a jam session, and it really worked. They learn faster, they learn more because they try harder. They go home and do their guitar homework. We meet on the first Thursday of the month, and any kid that wants to play the guitar or the bass or the drums is welcome. Sometimes the place is wall-to-wall 13 to 16-year-olds on the first Thursday.
A lot of times when you're up on stage, sometimes you just hear the key that the song's in, you have no idea what to play. And so sometimes you learn the art of just kind of sitting back there and kind of faking it until you pick up the line or whatever, which is a great skill, especially if it's your first time. It takes a lot of guts to get up on stage and start playing.
I've never really performed in public before. I'm just afraid I might mess up, but it's coming pretty good. My old guitar teacher focused on like scales and, you know, like doing stuff over and over and over, and then it didn't really get you wanting to practice.
Well, one of the things that I know when people want to learn to play the guitar, they certainly don't want to come to a teacher and learn a C major scale. That's not why they came to me.
Joe just has us learn songs, and what I usually do is I learn skills from these songs. He picks like songs that we could learn stuff from.
Even though sometimes playing the songs that they want to play is certainly beyond them at first, there are still bits and pieces that they can learn to certain songs, and I start them there.
When I first wanted to learn guitar, it was like rock. Like that's what got me into it, and I wanted to learn rock. And at first I was a little hesitant at playing jazz, and then he sort of got me into it.
Take that home with you.
We listened to Blue Train, and it's a really good song, and it's got that really cool head on it, you know, and I really like that, and so we started playing that.
And then there's that first chorus that John Coltrane does, and it's a cool first chorus, and he learned it note for note.
I'm going to play Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, and I think it's going to be pretty fun. I mean, I'm a little nervous.
They come there, they're scared, they're nervous like any musician is when they're first starting to perform, but it helps them to get over it in some way and learn how to perform. And he did pretty good, I thought. How I wish you were here. We're just too lost. Why do boys pick up guitars? I'm not sure exactly what it is. I learned to play because I saw my heroes playing. Attracts me like no other lover.
Well, I think it's just because the guitar is so cool that guys want to play guitar. I mean, that's what makes it interesting. to me, I guess. But I don't know about everybody else.
It's the ladies, man. It's the ladies, you know? All the rock guitarists got all the women, so why wouldn't a young guy want to play the guitar, right?
You think that the girls will be all over you when you start playing guitar, which isn't always the case, but when you hear the sound of the guitar on the radio, I don't know why, but just in men and women, you just trigger something like, that's really cool, I wish that was me. When I met Joe, that's when I really started to like hit the guitar hard and become really interested in it. He teaches guitar like with his soul rather than a book, you know?
Sometimes I'm teaching all day and I run out of here to go to places like Fat Matt's or Maddie's, and it can be kind of hectic, but hey, this is really what I wanted, and so it's really fun to have a job where I get to play my guitar all day, every day.
Cat class and a guy can't stop. Meow.